Good YouTube, it's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So finally, the WBC, World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman, they do the right thing. And now they have responded and going to react to undefeated rising Mexican superstar, lightweight title contender, King Ryan Garcia, 21 wins, no losses, no draws, 18 wins by way of knockout. Ryan Garcia is 23 years of age, stands at 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Well, they reacted to Ryan Garcia not pursuing his mandatory position to face the champion, undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, whom Ryan Garcia, he defeated Luke Campbell, Olympic gold medalist, lightweight British superstar title contender for the vacant WBC mandatory position. Devin Haney, 26 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout, 22 years of age, stands at 5'8" with a 71-inch arm reach. Okay, Devin Haney was ringside when Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell fought for the vacant mandatory position, interim position, to fight Devin Haney for the belt. Now, Ryan Garcia, he stated he wanted to face off against undefeated 3-division world champion, who was at the time simultaneously the WBA super champion at 130, WBA regular champion 135 and 140, that being none other than superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, 25 wins, no losses, no draws, 24 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. So Ryan Garcia, he stated he wanted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. So Devin Haney, he obliged, said he was going to step to the side. He's the champion. He's stepping to the side, okay? And Ryan Garcia, he then never took the opportunity in which Gervonta Tank Davis was willing, and his promoter, legendary retired Hall of Fame, former pound-for-pound king, former pay-per-view king, Floyd Mayweather, was willing to do business with his direct rival in 5-division world champion, Olympic gold medalist, Mexican superstar boxer Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya, who promotes Ryan Garcia, Golden Boy Promotions, to get a deal done. But Ryan Garcia, he started to state that he had an opportunity to fight Floyd Mayweather's former rival, 8-division world champion, legendary iconic Filipino superstar boxer, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. So he walked away from an opportunity to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, and then we later find out that that was not the case, and that Manny Pacquiao never had any interest in fighting Ryan Garcia nor negotiating with him. So it was completely untrue. Then Ryan Garcia, he signed on to fight Javier Fortuna. Okay, Javier Fortuna is a Dominican star boxer who is a lightweight former world champion, title contender, 36 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 25 wins by way of knockout. 32 years of age, 5'6.5" with a 68-inch arm reach. That's who Javier Fortuna and Ryan Garcia agreed to a fight, which was scheduled to take place July 9th of this year, instead of fighting Devin Haney. So for the mandatory position, he beat Luke Campbell, that being Ryan Garcia. Now he's going to fight Javier Fortuna, who is also in a position to beat Devin Haney's mandatory. So his 2 mandatories are going to fight in July. So then Ryan Garcia, he cites that he has health issues, that he had to pull out the fight with Javier Fortuna. IBF, former featherweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Joseph Jojo Diaz, he steps in and replaces Ryan Garcia, who's not available. Joseph Diaz, former IBF featherweight champion, 32 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, okay? 28 years of age, standing 5'6" with a 64-inch arm reach. He steps in to replace Ryan Garcia. He defeats Javier Fortuna, and he becomes the mandatory. Then Joseph Diaz, he takes to social media, lets the world know he's going to inform his team that the fight he wants next is to fight Devin Haney. Well, guess what? He then pursues the fight with Devin Haney, social media-wise, does an interview with Devin Haney's father, manager, and trainer, Bill Haney, who is the CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions. They do an interview. and he tells Bill Haney live on air that he's willing to inform his team to do everything they can in their power to get a deal done to fight Devin Haney. Well, then suddenly news breaks and comes out and reports surface that Joseph Jojo Diaz is in talks now to fight Ryan Garcia. So he became that Joseph Diaz the mandatory for Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia was the mandatory. Then he decided to go on a hiatus. Joseph Diaz replaces him to fight Devin Haney's other mandatory, Javier Fortuna. He beats Javier Fortuna. Now he's the mandatory. He says he's going to pursue Devin Haney, and now he does a bow face, and he's in negotiations for Ryan Garcia. And so 3 mandatories for Devin Haney decide to face each other opposed to facing him for the opportunity. So now we're hearing reports that in December we can get Joseph Diaz versus Ryan Garcia. And so now the WBC, President Mauricio Suleiman, they said now that they have enough, they've seen enough, and they've had enough, and now they're going to remove them from their rankings and remove them as the interim champions should they pursue each other and not fight Devin Haney. They're going to strip them of their rankings in the WBC and their interim titles. That's great news. It just makes you wonder, why didn't the WBC react the same way to 2-division undefeated world champion Mexican superstar boxer who currently is the WBC junior lightweight reigning champion Oscar Valdez, who tested positive for a banned substance, amphetamine? Why didn't they take the same stance when he tested positive A and B sample and they allowed him to fight a week later after testing positive? And in fact, they made up a reasoning that amphetamine is equivalent to taking 3 Red Bulls. So instead of them making a move on Oscar Valdez and removing him as the champion in his fight with Olympic gold medalist Brazilian star boxer Robson Casacia, they instead allowed him to fight without making any moves and reacting to this. But they, in fact, stood behind Oscar Valdez. So here, they choose to do the right thing. So this is what's wrong with the sport of boxing. Picking and choosing when you want to do the right thing. It should be consistent all the way across the board. You either doing right or you're not. And there should be a punishment and a reaction if you're doing right or if you're not doing right. Plain and simple. But nonetheless, I believe this is the right decision because these guys are just simply maneuvering around Devin Haney, and the world continues to tell the boxing fans, the boxing world, the politics of the sport of boxing, continue to tell the boxing fans that indeed that Devin Haney is not well known. We just had Mayweather Promotions CEO Leonard Ellaby on the Boxing Voice, in which he stated on the Boxing Voice that Gervonta Tank Davis will fight anybody, but it has to make sense business-wise. He wants the biggest fights. And Devin Haney is not well known. He's not a big commodity, and he's not a big draw. But you fought Mario Barrios, who was the WBA interim champion at junior welterweight. Clearly not a champion. Clearly hasn't had a huge fight. Mario Barrios is not a huge world champion, okay? Mario Barrios is not even an official champion at junior welterweight. Mario Barrios is clearly the secondary champion at junior welterweight because the undisputed champion at junior welterweight is the undefeated British superstar boxer Josh Taylor. He holds all 4 major sanction bodies at junior welterweight. Mario Barrios never headlined any cards. Mario Barrios, no major cards, no pay-per-view cards. He's not a big draw. So why did you give Mario Barrios the opportunity? And Leo Santa Cruz, well accomplished in the sport of boxing, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer for sure. Future Hall of Famer. But he's still not a bigger draw than Devin Haney. Nobody, especially in Atlanta, Georgia, where Devin Haney has found his pocket and his niche in Atlanta. So we know in Atlanta, Black Hollywood, Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis is a much bigger fight than Mario Barrios and Gervonta Tank Davis. What has Mario Barrios done? Again, we know he's done nothing. Okay? But you give him the opportunity, but you won't give Devin Haney the opportunity. Right. And Ryan Garcia is now running around and telling the boxing world that Gervonta Tank Davis is a superstar for sure, but he won't fight him. But Gervonta Tank Davis agreed to fight Ryan Garcia. He pulled away. Then he's telling the boxing world that Devin Haney is not a big draw and hasn't proven anything. But your biggest win is against Luke Campbell. In a fight, you was flawed in the fight. Okay? Knocked down, you had to get up and face adversity. You was happy to face adversity. But you was flawed against Luke Campbell. So what did Devin Haney do? He beat the man that you beat. He beat Jorge Linares, who's a 3-division world champion, who defeated Luke Campbell. And Luke Campbell's one of his few title opportunities. Jorge Linares, beat Luke Campbell. More accomplished and a better fighter. Devin Haney beats Jorge Linares. So he won up your win over Luke Campbell. And then he beat 3-division world champion Olympic gold medalist Yuriokis Gamboa. You have nobody else on your resume to match that. And he did so handily. He won every single round against both guys. He got clipped in the 10th round by Jorge Linares in a fight where he won even the 10th from rounds 1 through 10. He was winning the 10th round, and he got clipped with 5 seconds left in the 10th round. So he won every single round. You got knocked down against Luke Campbell, who Jorge Linares beat Luke Campbell, and Devin Haney got buzzed. He didn't get knocked down. So I'm glad the WBC is making the right decision, but they should make the right decision all the way across the board. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hi, my name is Heather Hardy, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.